All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Office Hours. My name is Adrian. I am the CEO and founder of Groundhogg, and welcome to part 6 of our Black Friday series. Over the last 6 weeks, I have been sharing some strategies and some funnel templates and some email guides and just general ways that you can optimize your site and your website experience in order to knock Black Friday out of the park and just provide you with a little extra bit of information so that you can capitalize on what is one of the biggest consumer weekends of the year. So this episode, we are going to continue that. This is going to be our last week of Black Friday information before the actual Black Friday weekend, which is this Friday. And then next week we are going to do kind of like a recap and a post Black Friday operation and see what we could have done, what we could have done better, some of the other strategies that we saw coming from other businesses so that we can be even more prepared for next year. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Number one, this session is being recorded. It will be posted to YouTube and it will also be posted to Groundhogg Academy. If you have a question during the stream at any point about any of the content or a general question, you can go ahead and you can leave that in the live comment section on Facebook, which should just be underneath the stream here. The Black Friday, Groundhogg's Black Friday sale is currently live. We are offering 25% off all licenses, including our 3-year plans, which I think is an incredibly great value and incredibly generous on our part, in order to go ahead and take advantage of a 25% off license. You can go to the groundhogg.io/pricing page. And these also apply to any license upgrades. So if you're on like the basic or plus plan or even the pro plan and you want to upgrade to a higher tier plan like the pro plan or the agency, or you want to upgrade to a 3-year extension, all of those are currently things that you can do, and you can use that 25% off discount to get 25% off your upgrade, off a brand new license, really anything that you want. So lots of opportunities there to save a lot of money, not only with us, but also save a lot of money on top of paying all of those software as a service fees that you don't really want to do. So to claim that, go to the pricing page, and upon checkout, you can use the code BFCM2020. As I mentioned, the 3-year deal is also currently live and is running until November 30th. What the 3-year deal offers is a 3-year license extension, so you can have a Groundhogg license for the length of 3 years, but you're only paying for 2 of those years. So you essentially get 1 entire year free, which again, you can also use with the 25% Black Friday discount, which is extremely generous, and I think the math comes out at the end of it to you essentially getting 50% off 3 years of Groundhogg all in all. So again, very, very, very generous discounts and savings to be had. All right, so let's jump into some content. Let's talk review of our Black Friday strategies, and let's talk about, like, we're at the 11th hour here. It is the Tuesday before Black Friday. Black Friday is this Friday, so there's not a whole lot of time left. If you're a little bit late to the game and you haven't really started implementing the strategies you've been talking around or talking about for the last 6 weeks, there's not a whole lot amount. There's not a huge amount of time left for you to actually be able to do that. So what we're going to review today is we are going to review the bare minimum strategies that you can implement in order to still make sure that you have some of those strategies that are going to amplify your revenue over the Black Friday weekend. And I should also mention, before we jump into some of these bare minimum strategies, I have compiled all of the previous Black Friday strategies that I've been going over with you for the last 6 weeks into a free course that is available on groundhoggacademy.io. So I'm going to paste the link to this free course, which you can enroll in the chat here. And it includes the previous 5 weeks of strategies compiled, cut, and edited into a course for the fastest consumption possible. So you can just get your Black Friday funnels and strategies out the door. That is a link to the image, not a link to the course. There we go. There's a link to the course there. So we really want you to be able to kind of consume this information as quickly as possible. Get your emails written, get your funnels built, get your pop-ups made. All of this stuff takes time, so we put it into a course for maximum and most efficient consumption. All right, so let's talk about the bare minimum strategies, though. That's what we're going to cover on this call. Kind of like the 3 minimum things that you can use or you'll need in order to have a much more effective Black Friday sale period. So number 1, you need an email opt-in for prospective buyers. If you just let them go and you're not actively collecting email addresses, there's a whole bunch of traffic that may be ending up on your website, but if they don't buy, you don't actually get their contact information, so even if they miss the deal, then they're gone. And you also lose the opportunity to remind them of the deal. So we need an email opt-in in some way, shape, or form. And I'm going to show you an example of what that might look like. Number 1 and number 2, we need an upsell funnel. So for people who do buy, we want them to spend more money. So we're going to need to create some sort of funnel in order to have them spend more, therefore to increase the average order value over the weekend. And number 3, we need abandoned cart recovery with your Black Friday discount details. That's just something that we need. And if you might already have abandoned cart recovery, but we need a Black Friday specific one. And examples of all of these things are, guess what, in that free course that I just linked in the chat there and is also available on academy.groundhogg.io. But these are the bare minimum that we're going to go over today, and I'm going to show you examples, and then we're going to head into our open Q&A period. All right, so number 1, the pre-Black Friday opt-in. You need an email opt-in. I know everybody's like, pop-ups are a terrible user experience, and people are annoyed by pop-ups, and that's probably all true, but they're also pretty effective, or else people wouldn't use them. This Black Friday pop-up we had running on the Groundhogg website for around a month. We got 200 email addresses in there, just so people could be reminded when we actually launched our Black Friday discount. So I think that speaks in and of itself for the potential results of just having this kind of pop-up on your website. You can also just embed it into the homepage or embed it into the pricing page or however you want to embed it, but we need it somewhere on the website. So you should have a countdown clock to the date or the time your deal actually goes live. We obviously need some sort of form there. This is just made with Elementor Pro and the Elementor form with the Groundhogg integration. So we just stick the email field in there that gets sent over to Groundhogg to add any tags or start any automation. We have the actual details of what the deal is going to be on the left-hand side there, and the sole purpose of this pop-up is just to get their email address so we can remind them when the deal actually goes live, because they're going to come to your website, they're going to see a countdown, and then if there's no email pop-up to actually receive a reminder, what they're going to do is they're going to catalog that information in their brain, and then it's going to get pushed down by all of the other deals that they're going to be inundated with over the course of the next few days. It's not like they're going to go to their calendar, and well, they might, but I highly doubt that they're going to go to their calendar and stick in the date and time that your deal goes live. That's just not something that we can expect the average customer to do. So have one of these on your website. Make it with Elementor Pro, ConvertBox, Opt-in Monster, Oxygen Builder, Beaver Builder, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But just have it so that we can build the list, and people who actually want to take advantage of the deal before it actually goes live can do so, because we're going to be able to remind them later. People who want to spend money with you and who are actually really interested in your offering will put their email address. They may find it annoying, but they'll submit it anyway. All right, so that's number 1. That is the email opt-in for prospective buyers. Just a super simple thing that you can launch in less than a couple of hours for incredible results. And now is definitely the time. If you haven't already done it, now is definitely the time to go ahead and launch that. Okay, let's talk strategy number 2. You got to have abandoned cart recovery. You just do. If you don't have it right now, you just need to take an hour of your day and you need to get it done. And if you do have it already, but you don't have it geared specifically for Black Friday, you need to take an hour a day and you need to do that as well. So we got to set up our abandoned cart recovery, which is actually the incorrect email template for some reason, but that's okay. So the abandoned cart recovery sounds something like this. Hi, first, thanks for coming to the website and adding something to your cart. We see that you haven't purchased it yet. However, if you purchase before November 30th, you can claim our epic Black Friday discount. Let's actually go ahead and we'll rewrite this so that it makes sense, and I'm not just talking over it. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense now. So hi, first, we see that you left a few items in your cart. If you purchase before November 30th, you can get 25% off or whatever your deal is. These savings are the biggest of the year, and you will not see them again until next year. And then obviously have a link that goes back to their cart. You can call it finish checking out, or in this case, claim this deal. Abandoned cart has kind of like the global average that especially people like Shopify tout, is that having an abandoned cart sequence can recover up to 10% of abandoned carts. So go look at last year's Black Friday revenue and just tack on another 10% to that, and I think that's probably worth an hour of your time. So if you haven't set this up yet, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do so. And finally, the last strategy, the bare minimum strategy that I would have is to add an upsell funnel to encourage new customers and people who take advantage of your Black Friday deal to actually spend more money. So cross-selling and upselling similar products. So send this email to all new customers who take advantage of your Black Friday discount. These people are what we call hot leads. Their wallets are open. They're in the mood of spending money. They've rationalized it. And it's easier to get people to spend more money after they've just spent more money. If you've ever gone to, let's say, like a car dealership and you're about to spend a whole bunch of new money on a new car, and then they pull out the options book, and you know you've already spent like 20 grand or whatever on a new car, and then all of a sudden 500, 600, and even $1,000 options don't seem like that much money, so you're just like, yeah, tack it on, tack it on, tack it on. That's kind of the thing that we want to capitalize, is that openness of the wallet for the Black Friday period. So the emails that we're going to start sending to these people who take advantage of our Black Friday deal are going to read something like, thanks for purchasing. Did you know that the next level up is also currently on Black Friday special? This would apply if you have like a course business, or if you have like a software product like I do, or maybe you're a coach and you offer some sort of like retainer coaching package that's time allotted, however it is you want to do it. If you don't have levels of your product, I highly recommend you start baking in some levels. Back to the email template. Did you know that the next level up is also currently on Black Friday special? Upgrade before November 30th to get an additional 20% off, or again, whatever your deal is, and then a link to upgrade or claim the new deal, or however you want to broker that transaction. This is very, very, very effective. We're currently doing this in Groundhogg by asking people to upgrade from whatever they bought a yearly or maybe a monthly plan to one of our 3-year plans, because they're incredible value and we make a lot of money when people buy a 3-year plan. So it's kind of like a win-win situation there. So that is how we are increasing the average order value and the average customer lifetime value with just a couple of emails after someone purchases something. And right after they purchase is the best time to get them to spend more money, again, because they've already spent money, their wallet is open, they're in a buying mood, and it's much more difficult to get someone to buy something, a week, a day, a week, a month after they spent money with you than it is to get it right when they do it. So those are the 3 bare minimum funnels that I would implement if you have not yet started to do any sort of Black Friday work, if you haven't been coming to the last 6 office hours, if you are just starting and you're joining office hours for the first time in a while and you're seeing me talk about Black Friday, these are the bare minimum strategies that I would implement for the maximum effectiveness of your Black Friday deal. And for anyone who's just coming on the call and they're saying, well, what about all of the other strategies? That doesn't seem like a lot. I think I have time to implement a lot more. Don't worry, we have you covered because we've taken the last 5 weeks of Black Friday strategies, put them together into a very simple and effective course that you can take on academy.groundhogg.io. And again, it is free, and you can go register for this course right now. It has all of the previous Black Friday strategies. And if you start now, if you just get off the call and let's do it, you do have enough time to implement all 5. But that is only if you do it right this second. If you leave it until tomorrow, you could probably get in 3 or 4. But if you do it right now, you can probably still have time to get all 5 strategies in for the maximum effectiveness for this weekend. Okay. If you need additional help beyond the help that I was able to provide on this call, we do have resources. But I spoke too soon. Noam has a question. Noam is asking, not about Black Friday, but how do you get rid of duplicate unsubscribe links on emails sent by Groundhogg through an ESP? I'm not quite sure what you mean by duplicate unsubscribe links. Depending on whatever email service provider or transactional email service you're using, their terms and conditions may require that they include an unsubscribe link in their emails so that they can unsubscribe through their platform rather than through Groundhogg. In which case, if your ESP is enforcing that, I would recommend you change email service providers. MailHawk, Sendgrid, AWS are all great recommended service providers that we have either direct integrations with or they have direct integrations with us. And they don't make any of those requirements, and they have excellent deliverability. So I would, if your ESP is enforcing that, you may want to consider switching, or they may also have an option to disable it on their end, which may require you going through the support process. I don't really know. It depends on what the email service provider is. Right, so Groundhogg adds the unsubscribe link, but the ESP also adds one. Yeah, so that's not, we can't prevent the ESP from adding one. That's just not something that we can do. And you also can't remove the Groundhogg one because they need to be able to unsubscribe from Groundhogg directly. So that's a conversation that you're going to have with your email service provider. Again, you may want to consider switching to a company that actually doesn't enforce that. Again, AWS, Sendgrid, MailHawk are all excellent options that are being used by Groundhogg and are certainly the most popular ones being used by Groundhogg users. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's start wrapping up here. So, Groundhogg Resources, if you need additional help, Groundhogg Academy is where you need to go. We have that brand new Black Friday course that has all of the strategies that you're going to need to knock Black Friday out of the park this year. If you want help implementing those Black Friday strategies because you're too busy doing the hard work and working in the business and you need someone else to just implement them for you, that's what our Certified Partner Network is for. You can go to Certified Partner Directory for more information about that. And we also have some excellent affiliate promotions this month, which are almost over. There's only 6 days left to capitalize on our excellent affiliate promotions, which include an extra 10% recurring commission rate and all these great things. Affiliate area /registration to apply for your affiliate account. If you're not following us on social, please start. We love interacting with our members and our users on social, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Links to start following us there. If you have yet to leave a 5-star review for Groundhogg, please do. They really help, and I love seeing how people perceive our products, and I love hearing feedback from our users. We're currently at 75-star reviews, which is pretty awesome. We just passed 70 yesterday. And I would love it if we could get that up to, let's say, 80 by the end of the week. That would be pretty cool. So if you're currently in the call and you have yet to leave a 5-star review, help us get to 80 5-star reviews by going to our wordpress.org repository listing and leaving a 5-star review there. If you have additional questions that you did not get answered on this call because we ran out of time or it was just too complicated to type out in chat there, don't worry, you do have recourse. You can continue to comment on the live chat thread here. We are going to continue to monitor it. You can also post in the Facebook group directly. That's what it's there for. You can message us on live chat, add us on Twitter. You can send us an email. You can open a support ticket. Lots of ways to get in touch with us, and we are going to be making ourselves a little bit more accessible during this Black Friday period because, this is kind of like an important time, and if you're having technical issues or you're having strategy questions or you just need a little bit of help making sure that your Black Friday stuff is ready, our team is here to support you for that. We want to make sure that you're successful, and we want to make sure that you have the best Black Friday sale period and as good as one as we're having right now. So again, use those resources, use these channels of communication to get to reach out to us so that we can help you succeed. All right, that's it for me. I hope you learned something. I hope you got value from the session of Office Hours. Thank you, and I will see everyone next week, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the next session of Office Hours. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.